Hello and welcome to Gladys Cake Kitchen. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this colorful double barrel cake standing at 11 inches tall, decorated with an outline face silhouette and completed with a selection of fresh flowers. Some very useful techniques were employed to complete this cake, which I hope you find valuable. So as always, if you're up for learning something new to level up your own decorating skills, let's jump right in. I am starting with two cakes that have been individually filled and set to chill before use. You'll see this in a moment, but on my work table right now is the first set of 3 layers that's already been doweled. A cake card is set on top of the dowel and some buttercream applied as glue. The second set of 3 layers is placed on top of the base and the cake shifted to form a straight standing cake. There are different ways to fill and layer a tall cake, but I chose this option for ease. First, both cakes are chilled to avoid the trouble of shifting layers, and with the dowel and card taking the weight of the upper 3 layers, the cake is put together without the weight of towering layers pushing out the buttercream. There are downsides to this obviously, but for now, the cake was set to chill in the fridge for 15 minutes before the next stage. Our cake is back to be crumb coated with a layer of ganache applied to seal in the crumbs before subsequent layers are applied. Normally, I would recommend trimming a cake before crumb coating, but I skipped trimming this cake altogether to avoid unsettling the cake due to how tall the cake stood. I have several videos on this channel discussing the subject of trimming and crumb coating in detail linked in the description box for you, so please do check these out. Our crumb coat is done and the cake is left to set before more layers are added for a polished look. Next, the cake is back from chilling and the top is cleaned ready before some ganache is applied on top and around the cake using an offset spatula dipped in hot water. This ensures smooth and easy spread of ganache around the cake. A scraper is then used to remove any excess, and pocket holes on the ganache are filled and scraped clean. The consistency of ganache used for this cake is critical for success, a subject I'll be discussing in detail in another video to come later, so do keep an eye out. The activity of covering and scraping is repeated until the cake is done with a polished smooth surface. It is then set to chill again and returned to be cleaned on top with a sharp knife to reveal a straight standing polished cake with razor sharp edges. Now it's time to stencil the cake. Stenciling adds texture and depth to the cake, and for this I am using a floral stencil from La Cupella. Details of items used including tools and materials are all linked in the description box for you. The stencil is secured onto the cake using some pins, ganache applied for even strokes over the stencil using an offset spatula. A scraper is employed to scrape over the stencil in an even motion. The pins removed and the stencil is peeled to reveal the pattern. For best results, apply the stencil in sections and leave the cake to chill after each stencil is done for the pattern to set before the next is applied. This is what I used to achieve a full cover on this cake. I also have a few videos on this channel linked below with more details on stenciling, so please do check these out too. Stenciling done, the cake is transferred onto a fondant covered board before it's time for decoration. Decorations on this cake is minimal, limited to this black acrylic face silhouette from Burnt Island occasions, which I snapped off a bit to render it fit for purpose. The face is attached using some ganache, and I'm cleaning off some excess ganache on the outline. With the face in place, it's time to add some flowers. I chose some two-toned pink roses to give some contrast to the yellow. The stalk of each rose has been cut and a toothpick inserted in its place. The roses are placed on the cake through a fondant bowl serving as a barrier. I chose the top left side of the cake to give the illusion of a floral hat on the head of the silhouette, with additional arrangement on the bottom right side. Flowers done, a steamer is used on the surface of the cake for a complete polished look, and here stands the cake in all its glory. This cake was paired with matching cupcakes on Coronation Day for a lovely customer who was very pleased with her cake, and photographing this cake was more fun than I expected, and here are some pretty shots. There are more videos teaching you simple techniques to help you level up your decorating skills, one of which is right on screen for you. And if you found some value here, please do like and share this video. Consider subscribing so you don't miss out on videos such as these. I'll see you in my next video. Thanks for watching.